On February 13, 2017, in the quiet town of Delphi, Indiana, two best friends, Liberty German, 14, and Abigail Williams, 13, set out for an afternoon walk along the Monon High Bridge Trail. What began as a simple hike would end in tragedy and spark one of the most haunting investigations in modern American true crime history.
Okay, who might think it went out? Abigail Joyce Williams.
Getting scared now. It's getting cold.
Liberty Rose Lynn German.
Missing, abducted, we don't know for sure.
Last seen at the High Bridge in Delphi, Indiana.
The next morning, February 14, 2017, the search ended in heartbreak. Abigail and Liberty were found murdered near the Monon High Bridge. In their final act of courage, Liberty had recorded video and audio of the man police would later call the Bridge Guy.
See, this is the path that we go down. There's no path going there, so we have to go down here. Bye.
We've seen the haunting footage from that day, and we know the tragic fate that followed. Before we move forward into the search for justice, let us pause. Let us take a moment to remember Abigail Williams and Liberty German, two bright young souls senselessly taken from this world far too soon. Their memory is what drives this investigation, and it is for them that the search for answers continues. We will now review the initial suspects and theories related to this case, examining the leads, the speculation, and the questions that shaped the early stages of the investigation.
A new twist in the hunt for the killer of those two Indiana teenagers. Investigators executed a search warrant at the home of this man, Ron Logan, who owns the property where the bodies of 13-year-old Abigail Williams and Liberty German were found. Cops took away a white Ford pickup truck during the search.
Who is safe here or anywhere else anymore?
Ron Logan is now in custody on an unrelated probation violation. I recently spoke to him about the murders.
You just cannot believe this terrible thing that happened to the community and the families actually happened here on my property in my backyard.
Ron Logan was one of the earliest persons of interest in the Delphi case. The murders occurred on his property, and he had called a relative to help fabricate an alibi before the girls were even found. Investigators believe the alibi was meant to cover illegal driving, not the murders. Still, the timing raised serious questions. A prison inmate later claimed Logan confessed while behind bars, though this was never substantiated. At the time, Logan was jailed for unrelated charges. Despite the suspicions, no direct link to the crime was ever found. Logan was never charged, and he ultimately died without facing accusations in court.
For the first time, Indiana State Police are acknowledging their investigation into Keegan Kline as part of the investigation into the Delphi murders. Court records revealed Kline is the creator of the fake social media profile Anthony Shots.
It's been a week since Indiana State Police first told us they were looking for more information into that profile. Now the Carroll County Sheriff tells us they've gotten about 500 tips since.
State Police also acknowledged today that a secondary investigation from information received during the Delphi investigation led them to Kline. You may remember they first learned about him in 2017, but police didn't arrest Kline on child porn charges until 2020.
Keegan Kline emerged as a person of interest after investigators uncovered a fake social media account he operated, Anthony Shots, used to catfish underage girls. That account had contacted Liberty German shortly before her death. Kline was already a convicted child predator, and the connection to Libby placed him under intense scrutiny. However, no car or cell phone data placed him at the scene, and investigators found no direct link to the murders. Though his actions were disturbing and many viewed him as a bad guy, he was not our bad guy. Kline was never charged in connection with the Delphi crimes.
Odinist cult. Their theory that the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German were part of a pagan ritual. Crime scene photos show tree branches arranged on and around the girls' bodies. Now, the defense says investigators have previously pursued the possibility that these sticks represent symbols of a white nationalist religion called Odinism. A crime scene investigator took the stand Tuesday and said he believed the branches were meant to conceal the girls' body.
Another popular theory that surfaced early in the investigation was the so-called Odin cult sacrifice. This idea suggested that the crime bore ritualistic elements, pointing to Norse mythology and occult practices. Supporters of the theory pointed to the way sticks were reportedly placed on one of the bodies, and markings on a nearby tree that some claimed resembled blood symbols. To them, these details hinted at ritual sacrifice. But when investigators pursued this lead, the theory quickly unraveled. There was no credible evidence linking the crime to any cult activity. The markings on the tree were inconclusive, and all individuals named in connection with the theory were found to have solid alibis. In the end, the Odin cult theory was set aside, another example of speculation outpacing the facts. After 5 years of silence, the face of the bridge guy was finally uncovered.
That somebody would do this to two young girls it just kind of don't know what to say. There's still a lot of unanswered questions that we're trying to figure out.
We hope and pray every day that justice for the girls is given.
We don't think about things like this, but this monster, they're going to get him.
I am proud to report to you that today, actually last Friday, was the day.
Good afternoon, I'm Nicole Griffin. 2 counts of murder is the charge against the suspect in the murders that rocked Delphi, Indiana, and the entire state for more than 5 years. You watched the formal announcement made right here on WRTV less than 2 hours ago. We have team coverage this midday, starting with WRTV's Rachel Wilkerson, who has been following this announcement throughout the morning. She joins us live in Delphi with reaction to this long-awaited news. Rachel, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Bittersweet is how Indiana State Police described today. For more than 5 years, so many have been waiting for justice in the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German. The suspect, investigators say, was hiding in plain sight. 50-year-old Richard Allen has been charged for their murders. Records show Allen has lived in the Delphi community for at least 16 years. Although the big announcement came today, Indiana State Police say Allen was taken into custody Wednesday by the Delphi Double Homicide Task Force and then transported to Carroll County Jail. He is now in the White County Jail. Allen has pleaded not guilty and is being held without bond. In the meantime, all court documents related to the case remain under seal, meaning the details leading up to the arrest are not available to the public at this time. ISP says they feel confident they got their guy. They made a promise to the families in 2017. On February 13th, 2017, the girls went for a walk in the woods near the Monon High Bridge. They were never seen alive again. On Valentine's Day of 2017, their bodies were found on the back end of a private piece of property less than a mile from where they were dropped off the day before. What happened between the time they were dropped off and when their bodies were tragically found has remained a mystery for years. Finding the Delphi killer has become an international obsession. Today was an emotional day as people packed this church. Listen to those closest what they had to say about the case.
Pulling in today, I wasn't really sure what emotion I would experience. But peace came over me. And I didn't expect that to happen. And I hope all of you, with all the different responsibilities you have from around the planet today, have felt some of that as well. But remember, we're not done.
After over 5 years of silence, the suspected bridge guy was finally unmasked. His name is Richard Allen, a father, a husband, and a longtime resident of Delphi. The quiet man behind the pharmacy counter was suddenly at the center of one of America's most haunting unsolved cases.
Obviously in the trial, I heard your testimony and the passion and the time, and I hear everybody else talking about the time, and even you being so humble of this is a team effort, you know?
Absolutely.
What was it like for you to be a part of this? I mean, obviously, you talked about it in trial, about how you came back and you wanted to volunteer. Why was that so important?
I had worked with law enforcement my entire adult career for 40 years through Department of Child Services, through Child Protection, and I knew several of the law enforcement officers, the prosecutor at the time, Rob Ives, and when I learned of this, I contacted Rob and said I'd like to help.
And that is exactly what you did. I mean, so much. Your role, obviously, we know from your testimony, helping file and organize and do all the things that need to be done in order for an investigation to kind of stay organized, if you will, the organizational side of things. When you were moving offices and you opened up that drawer and you came across this box, what went through your mind? And where, obviously, we know where it ended, but what went through your mind?
When I found that, I realized that I had not heard of this person, and I went to the file drawer and found the actual file for Richard Allen Whiteman at that time, as it had been written, and I read the report that Dan Doolin had made after he had spoken with him. And I, as being an investigator, I had looked at some of the statements from the girls that said they had seen a person out at the bridge. And basically, I put the two and two together, took it to Tony, and we went from there.
Outside of this, you're a member of this community for so long.
Absolutely, my entire life, yes.
What is it?
In the end, the true hero of this case was Kathy Shank, a retired Child Protective Services worker. While reviewing stacks of evidence, she discovered a forgotten report, buried among files marked as cleared. That report, created only days after the crime, contained the name Richard Allen. Her persistence brought Allen back into focus, ensuring that the man long known only as Bridge Guy would finally face justice. The Richard Allen interview.
Of the case, and we know you had talked to Lieutenant Doolin. We just want to figure out what you saw when you were out there before.
Great, wonderful. Okay. Now, Tony brought up something that you had done when initially you had talked to Lieutenant Doolin. And according to Lieutenant Doolin, the information he got to you from you was that you were on the trail between 1:30 and 3:30. Does it make any sense? Okay. And that you had parked at the old Farm Bureau building. I think that may have been the old welfare office out there. Well, while at the Freedom Bridge, you saw three females and noted that one was taller and had black or brown long hair. This is basically what he had written down, okay. And maybe even got some information about your phone or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great.
During this portion of the interview, Richard Allen admits to being at the Delphi Trail during the time of the murders. His presence, once dismissed, now became a critical piece of the puzzle. What had seemed like a casual statement was suddenly loaded with implication.
But again, that's why we're here. Sure, and I get that. We're trying to put, if there's any pieces you missed or anything that you can recollect. Sure, and that's honestly, that's what I thought this was. And I mean, there's nothing else I can really think of. But as far as searching my house and my phones and like...
Well, let me say, I haven't even got to that yet. I just want to let you know, those things have been very helpful for us, okay? I'm not necessarily asking right now.
How have they been helpful? Eliminating people.
What we do is we can say for sure, okay,
sure,
and we didn't find anything, okay? That's how we estimate the successfulness.
And I guess I see that. Yeah. I guess when you say progress, it's like we're still where we were. And I'm not saying you have made progress.
No.
You obviously have. I'm just saying, like, we're here because we haven't found the guy that did this. And I'm not going to turn into that guy. I'm not going to, I don't want to become the target of something because, like I said, we watch Dateline every week. We watch everything, and it's one of those, I mean, there's nothing that's going to tie me to it, and I'm not worried about that. To have people come and start searching my house and stuff. I mean, my wife doesn't even know I'm here talking to people, so, but I mean, I can look for the phone, I'll talk to her, and, I mean, obviously, anytime that you feel that you need that information quicker, I know you can get it. It's not like you can't get it if you want it.
During this portion of the interview, Richard Allen declines to allow the police to search his home. His demeanor shifts, growing tense, defensive, and ultimately hostile. Moments later, he storms out in anger, cutting the interview short. This escalation prompts investigators to pursue a search warrant, marking a critical turning point in the case. The evidence that was recovered during the search.
Inside his home, investigators found numerous knives, including box cutters, which is believed to have been the murder weapon. Police also found this blue Carhartt jacket, similar to the one the bridge guy was wearing the day the girls were killed. But detectives say the big find was his Sig Sauer P226, which a firearms examiner later connected to an unspent bullet found at the crime scene. The startling find was this Winchester .40 caliber bullet inside a memory box, the same type of ammunition found between the girls' bodies. Prosecutor Nicholas McClellan called it the bridge guy's starter pack.
Interview following the search.
Hey, baby. Yeah. It's all right, babe. It's gonna be all right. They're trying to tell me that you actually believe that I did it. You know, I just can't believe that.
Trying to figure out why there's a bullet out there.
I know. Do you think I'm not? And that's what I told them. But I can't explain something I don't understand. I tried to explain to them that there's no way that a bullet from my gun was at a murder scene, because it didn't happen. I didn't even have my gun that day I went out. You know me. You know this isn't something I could do. And I know that you know that. You don't have to tell me that, I know. They really think I did this. And they want me to believe that I know you know I didn't do this. I guess that's what I'm saying. I don't know what they're trying to do here, but I'm not going to say something that's not true, and I can't explain something that I don't understand. The only way for me to explain it is that I don't know. Because I'm saying it's not possible. There's no way that a bullet from my gun ended up at a murder scene. I didn't murder anybody. I didn't help somebody murder anybody. You know, I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you. I know you know me. I know you know that I didn't do this. Had anything to do with it. Talk about scheming or something.
Yeah, I don't know how did a bullet from your gun get out there?
I don't know.
Because they said it came from our gun.
I know that's what they believe me. That's what they're telling me.
But how did it get there?
I don't know.
They said there was one in your box above your dresser to match it.
They showed me that picture too. I can't explain it. And I don't.
I can't either. They keep asking me and I don't know how to answer that.
You
There's no
answer
way for me to know.
I understand. Me either. And that's what I'm trying to tell them. You want to keep asking me and I just keep telling you I can't explain it. I don't know how to explain something that isn't possible. But I know, this is what I do know. I know that no bullet from my gun was connected with a murder in any way, shape, or form. And there's no way a bullet from my gun would have been near Abby and Libby's murder or anything else, because I never even seen those girls. Period. And I didn't even have my gun that day. So that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know how to make that any clearer. I don't know how to make that any clearer. I don't know how to make somebody understand. I get what he's saying. I don't have a way to explain it.
And they're like, there's a witness that said it was you out there.
Dear, I don't know
And I'm like, how did they know it was you? So they said they showed her a picture. And I'm like, of course you were out there.
If they seen me out there, they seen me out there, dear. And I told them.
Were you on the bridge?
I told them I was on the bridge. I went out to the first trestle.
Oh, okay.
That first
I
thing
don't remember you telling me that. You told me you weren't, so I told you weren't on it. But I didn't.
It doesn't, hon, you're not in any trouble. You didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Huh?
I didn't know you were on it. I'm sorry.
Well, don't worry about it.
You told me you weren't.
Huh?
You told me you weren't, so I just was.
No, I told you that I walked.
Okay.
I love you, baby. I don't know what they're trying to do, but I know that that's not what I told you. And I love you. And I just, it's just, they're not going to get away with this. This is exactly what I would never want for you, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to say I did something I didn't do. I'm not.
Yeah.
And I know you know me, and I know you know that I would never do this. All I can say, hon, is you know me. I know, and I know you know me, and I know you. And what they're doing to you right now, I'm not okay with this at all. And they know it, but they're going to do what they're going to do. I'm just sorry you're having to hurt. I'm sorry I'm having to go through it. I mean, it's like I told them, the damage is already done. You've already talked to people I work with, you've talked to neighbors of mine, and I care about what people think. You know I care about what people think.
You know.
Hell, I have enough trouble not trying to believe that people think. Half the time I just think they think what I'm thinking. You know what I'm talking about. I'm always worried about what Jory thinks, or...
I know.
And they're trying to, you know, talk about my anxiety and depression and shit, and, you know, I've tried to explain to them it's been going on for 7-8 years. Hell, I've had it my whole life. They want me to tell them that I did it, and I'm not going to. I'm not going to admit to something that I didn't do. How stupid is that? I don't care what they do to me. I'm not going to admit to doing something I had nothing to do with. And I'm not going to try to explain something I can't explain, because I don't know. You tell me, because I don't know. I just know that I never even carried the gun unless we were going mushroom hunting, tromping through the woods, or fishing along the river. That's the only time I even carried it for the most part. I never even would have, hell, I haven't carried my gun and I don't even remember a time when I used to carry it. I mean, other than going fishing, like if we were going night fishing.
But how could the bullet get out there, honey? I can't understand that.
I told you, I can't either, hon. There's two explanations. One is, the bullet didn't come from my gun.
It did though, honey. The cut ballistics on it.
I get that. Then it didn't come from a murder scene. I don't know what else to say. I get that. I get what they're saying. What I'm telling you is, if that bullet came from my gun, there's no way it was found with their investigation for the murders. There's no way. I can't explain something I have no answer for. They want you to think that I done it. That's what this is all about. They want you to come in here and make me believe that you think I did it, and I know you don't. You know me too well. You know I'd never do something like this, or even be involved with something like this. So they're probably going to come and take you away from me and go at me again. So just tell them you want an attorney and they'll have to let you leave. Don't worry about me. I'm trying to, I don't know what they're doing.
Yes, you do.
There is no way that evidence is going to show that I did
Right
this.
fucking here, Rick.
You got one piece of evidence
I got
that I
multiple
can't
pieces.
explain.
Multiple. I'm not showing you my whole fucking hand here.
I don't care. I'm telling you, I'm done talking.
And now you're going to drag your fucking wife and your daughter through this because you're too fucking bullheaded to get out in front of this and admit that you made a mistake. And whatever the fuck happened out there, we'll never fucking know because you're too big of a fucking bullheaded. Go ahead.
So tell you I did something.
Tell me
that
the
I
truth.
didn't do.
The truth, Rick. I don't want to know.
I've told you the truth and you don't want to hear it.
The evidence tells me otherwise. The evidence clearly indicates you're involved in this.
No, it doesn't.
It fucking does.
It doesn't. I'm telling you that there is no way that a bullet from my gun was used in these murders.
And I'm telling you that we had this fucking round on February the 14th, 2017. It's been secured in the fucking laboratory. And we've tested other guns
I understand what you're saying.
I want her to hear this,
I understand what you're saying. What I'm telling you is I can't explain something I don't understand.
Oh, the scientists explained it for you. The lab analysis analysts have explained that for you. They're saying that this round, without a doubt, came from your gun.
Then
and
you've taken it from somewhere else then. Because it's not possible.
I did not take it from somewhere else. It was logged in. It was taken as a photograph. You think we fucking went and stole your fucking round and threw it down by a fucking dead girl's foot? This ain't fucking TV. This is realistic.
I understand.
We collected that fucking item on February the 14th. We didn't take it from anywhere else but that fucking scene. And we didn't take your gun from anywhere else. We took it from your fucking house.
I'm telling you I can't explain something.
And I'm telling you the fucking analysts explain it. You can't get past this.
Can you please let my wife out?
Absolutely. Come on, Kathy.
I love you, baby. Can I kiss her?
Yeah, kiss her. Do the right thing, Kathy. Tell him to do the right thing.
She knows I will.
Yeah, do the right thing. You're gonna put your family through this for no reason. What?
You're gonna pay for what you're doing to my wife.
What am I doing?
You wanna fuck with me, but you leave my wife out of this. Fuck, leave me out of it.
No, you're involved in this. You're fucking rounds there, Rick.
No, it's
I can
not.
see you're getting pissed off. I understand.
I am pissed off. Did you not see my wife?
Did you not see these fucking two girls dead?
No,
That's what happened. You got fucking pissed off, Adam. You fucking dragged them down a fucking hill, and you fucking killed. Don't fucking tell me you didn't.
I didn't kill anybody.
Bullshit. Fucking upset for a reason, not because
You
of
guys
us.
are trying to
Because of
kill
you.
somebody.
You're trying to tell me that I'm not making this fucking round shit up, Rick. It is what it is.
I'm done talking. Arrest me.
Happy to. Be fucking happy to, because I tried to fucking help you and you wouldn't fucking do it.
Oh, you're helping me.
I'm guilty and I know it, and I'm gonna fucking prove it.
Okay.
And I'm not paying for any of this shit. You're paying. This is on you. This ain't on me. It's fucking on you, Rick. You had your fucking opportunity.
Immediately following the interview, Richard Allen was arrested and placed in a controlled environment. The isolation and pressure began to wear on him. According to investigators, Allen started to confess, offering details that were specific, chilling, and aligned with the crime scene. His defense team claims the statements were made under duress, triggered by stress and confinement. But the specificity of his account, details not released to the public, raises serious questions. Was this a coerced confession, or the unraveling of a man who could no longer carry the weight of silence? The chilling confessions.
Honey?
Yeah.
Are you there? Are you there?
Yes, babe. Yeah, babe.
What's going on?
I just wanted to apologize to you.
What's going on, sweetheart? Are you
I
not
did
doing
it.
well? You did
No,
what?
I did it.
What?
I killed Abby. I killed Abby and Libby.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't, Darren.
Yes, I did.
Don't say
I
you
don't know
didn't.
why.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't, Darren. You're not feeling well. There's
Mhm.
something wrong. They've messed up your meds or something there.
No, I mean, I evidently did it.
No, you didn't.
As with many high-profile cases, the road to trial was long and complicated. Multiple motions, procedural delays, and legal debates stretched the timeline. But it wasn't just the wait that stirred controversy, it was the courtroom itself. The presiding judge made the rare decision to bar media from attending the trial, citing concerns over fairness and public influence. This move sparked backlash from journalists and legal analysts alike. Still, the decision was legally sound. And in the end, what matters most is that the jury received the evidence they needed, free from distraction, speculation, and outside pressure, to reach a verdict based on facts, not headlines.
We're following breaking news. A jury has found an Indiana man guilty of killing 2 teenage girls. Richard Allen was convicted on 2 charges of murder and 2 charges of felony murder. He could face up to 130 years in prison. We have team coverage of this case for you. CBS News correspondent Ian Lee is at the courthouse in Delphi, Indiana. He's been covering this case for us. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson is also standing by to break down the verdict. Ian, tell me, this is such a tragic case. It involves the murder 2017 of 2 young girls, a 13 and a 14-year-old. They were hiking, and I know that during the trial, there were very gruesome photos and details that were on display for the entire courtroom for their families. It's just all around such a tragic case. What was the reaction on the ground when that verdict was learned?
Yeah, Lindsay, even before the judge walked into the courtroom and the jury, there was a tension in the air of anticipation, people waiting. They've been waiting, many for years, to know what was the verdict, what happened to those girls on that day. Was Richard Allen guilty? The judge walked in. The judge gave the court the instructions that she would not tolerate any outbursts from either family side. And then the jury came walking in. The jury then handed the judge their verdict, and it was guilty on all 4 counts. And just as the judge was saying that, you heard muffled crying from both sides, from the family side of Liberty and Abigail, but also from the side of Richard Allen, family holding each other, hugging each other. I looked over and I saw Richard Allen's wife there. She was crying, she was sobbing, keeping it muffled, not trying to break the judge's order. Richard Allen, though, sat there, no expression on him that we could see, very stoic as the judge read out that guilty verdict. The defense and the prosecution then decided on the date. It was December 20th. That's going to be when they sentence him, and he does face up to 130 years in prison.
After being found guilty, Richard Allen was sentenced to 130 years in prison. For the families of Abby and Libby, justice was finally served, though no sentence can truly measure the loss. What matters is that the truth was heard, and the jury made their decision based on the evidence. Thank you for watching my new YouTube channel, True Crime Collective, Truths Uncovered. Please subscribe and stay tuned. I'm committed to continuously improving the quality of these videos and honoring the stories that deserve to be told.